Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. The fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 50, plant. 55. Hey, eat. It's just me.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, left. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Mexico. 12.
Here's Lott. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see the kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. McGee. And complete to Zach Ertz. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 26, check 26. Joker, 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 joker. Greystone travel. Twist. Let's go. Get set. Fresno. Hey, Sam off. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Go. 3 down. SOS. Now.
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch twist. Hey. 5.
Run for Pollard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, go. Let's get in there.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Y'all playing wrong football. 11 feet. Rush in. Rush in.
Throwing is Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
To try again after the sack. Luck. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Luck. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check 4, check 4.
On 2nd down now. Pollard, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? 55. Hey, eat. Let's go.
Off the bootleg. McGee. Herndon's got it complete. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
At the 17-yard line.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Look at me. Door.
On 1st down, Pollard able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. You're out. Shoot.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Luck on first down. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Pollard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready? 10-2, start. Right there in the middle. 55.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Tight dog, tight dog. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Fire.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hard, hard.
Check curls, check
Get out.
On second down, Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
You ready?
55. Hey, eat. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Look at me. Zipper. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Check tight end, check tight end.
On third down, it's Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. To throw is Love. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
Looking to throw. McGee. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, check. Go.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard, 30 yards. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and beat it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking left side, and it's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Out of the gun, Luck. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. He's at the 30. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. On 1st down, it's Luck. And Diggs has it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down now, Pollard, and some space here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard, 85 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Here's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Luck looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Locke. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Raiders 45, Bengals 14.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
11B. 58, boys, 58.
Here we go on 4th. Rock. And Eifert has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Crawl. Hey, exit.
Throwing again is Locke. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And while it's going...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard, 75 yards as his guys out of reach. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 52, Bengals 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, 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 hey. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. McGee, that's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On third down, Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Luck now to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a first down throw. Luck. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Luck toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Luck. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Right, 40.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.